Yo.
We
back, y'all.
All right. It's the study after hours.
We in the building.
Hey,
What's
guys.
up, everyone? I am so tired. I'm not even gonna lie. So if you see me head nodding, I apologize. But I'm so tired. How was your week?
My week was I'm trying to share this video and y'all can hear this shit. So
I was wondering. I was like, what does that sound? Why does it sound like I'm echoing?
That's my ass. So my week went pretty fast. But we got a lot. Busy. A very busy week. A good week though.
Yeah, for sure. I can't believe today's Friday. I woke up, I was like, today's Friday?
Right.
Oh my God.
Today is Friday. I was so happy too. I was tired today. I wasn't gonna do shit. Like the week wears you the fuck out. Like Friday is like, ooh. Like thank you to God. Like just thank whoever made Fridays.
Right? It's crazy because it takes so long to get to Friday, and then when Friday gets here, it's like 2 days back to work.
Yeah, I'm planning on taking advantage of my 2 days. God knows.
I know.
Even though we work over the weekend. So we work all the time. All the time we work.
7 days a week, y'all.
Yes.
So we are actually going to take a hike tomorrow in the morning.
Yes.
And exercise our mind, body, and soul.
Right. Yeah, right. We're going to take a hike and we're going to see how long people last.
Yeah. She's talking about me, y'all. But listen. Speaking of that, I have been building my endurance. How many of y'all are at home right now and you're like, fuck, I'm tired of my belly sitting in my lap? Quarantine, when you have to sit down and really think about life, and then you look down and you're like, damn, ate too many snacks today. So these past 2 weeks, I've actually gotten back into at least walking for an hour, but it's a little bit over a mile what I've been doing. So I'm a little tired, I guess, especially from changing my diet, from eating everything to fucking minimizing my calories and carb intake. It's a struggle.
Yeah.
The road is not easy.
Yeah, that's how the week goes.
Yeah, so I'm tired. This walk in the morning, this hike in the morning is gonna be. I'm gonna take it as slow as possible, for sure.
I'm ready for the hike. I'm gonna actually wear my boots. One of my colleagues gave me an idea. It's like, remember we used to take those runs with our boots on? I'm like, you're right. It was my favorite. So I'm gonna put a book bag on, weigh it down, put on my boots, and get out there. Elevation is 356 feet, I believe. So we'll see how this goes.
What now?
It's 356 feet of elevation.
The hike tomorrow?
Yeah.
I was unaware, y'all.
I told you.
Oh man, I must have missed that little detail.
I told you. But let's see. What happened this week in Texas? Other than, let's see, I guess the stores open. We saw all y'all niggas at the beauty supply stores. We saw everybody everywhere. Traffic has picked up everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I know Georgia opened back up a lot of their stuff, I think last week or the week before, and their rate on their, I don't know, some kind of rate went up, whether it's their illness or people testing positive for coronavirus, their rate went up. But
California already sick of y'all ass. They done already closed down the beach again because too many of y'all done been on the beach this week. So they ordered to close down the beach. They sick of y'all.
You know what? Speaking of that, we actually went to the park this week.
Did.
And there was a section, the caution tape on the playgrounds, and they took down the hoops.
These motherfuckers took down the basketball goals.
They took the swings and wrapped them around the pole so you can't swing. So
they gonna make sure you niggas don't play no ball. We didn't even need a net. Bitch, you could have left the rim, but they know us. You just play without the net. So they took all this shit down, the whole thing. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, we thought the stay-at-home order was going to be terminated as of yesterday.
Yeah.
Was not.
They supposedly extended it to the 15th, which is why I'm curious as to why all the businesses are open, but that's none of my business. So.
But speaking about the businesses, the beauty supply store, we went by one beauty supply store yesterday, and I was like, ooh, the beauty supply store is back open. And then as we passed by the store, I see that the beauty supply, people are waiting in line, and they have this plastic screen door. So they're like, tell me what you want, and I'll bring it to the door.
Yeah, they had a picnic table set up.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I know in music, let's just talk about it. Beyonce dropped Well, Meg the Stallion, not Beyonce. Meg the Stallion dropped a single with Beyonce on Thursday. We listened to it. You know, Beyonce is she is my absolute favorite artist.
She's not kidding.
I live and breathe. I like Beyonce. I love Beyonce.
She's part of the Beehive.
I love everything she stands for. Women empowerment. Women empowerment. She everywhere they go, they make a statement. They never sway from their statement. You listen to songs, they're empowering. I love it. So, before I give my 2 cents, what you think about the song?
Okay, first of all, I'm a savage. That shit took over TikTok. Did it not? That song was dope by itself. And that's the remix, right? So Beyonce gets on there, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what's this going to be about? She fucking killed it. Like, Beyonce. Look. Okay, listen, I am not like a Beyonce fan. Like, I'm not saying I don't like Beyonce songs, but I'm not like a diehard, oh my God, Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. But I was like, okay, so I was a little skeptical about it whenever she jumped on this track. I was like, what is she about to say, Anyway.
She clearly ain't heard Beyonce spit before.
No,
Clearly.
It's not even about her spitting. I was just like, what is this about to be about? You know what I'm saying? Period. And it was dope as fuck. She killed it. Like, and if you think that Beyonce didn't kill the first verse, like, you're a hater. But as the song goes on, I don't like the way that the song ended. The singing. Like, why did Beyonce have to sing? It was good without the singing. Did she want to test out like her vocal range? Be like, yeah, no. Bitch, I'm a savage. Like, I can sing and rap. Like, is that what it was about? Because like,
I ain't gonna lie. I think Nicki kind of does that a little bit better. Kind of switches from bars to her voice and back and forth better. I definitely agree. Beyonce killed the first part.
First two.
And boy, was my soul hurt. Because when she got on that bitch and started singing that shit, I was like, oh, fuck, man. And like, she sung the whole damn, I was like, man, y'all should have just, I feel like they should have ended it at Meg Thee Stallion's verse. Yeah. It should have been a short 2-minute, 30-second song.
Yeah.
And they should have ended it. They just carried it on. And Beyonce, I didn't like the ending. I didn't too much care for the beat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a beats person. I didn't really care for the beat.
Did it switch from the not remix? Or have you heard the original?
No, didn't give a damn about the original.
Oh, okay. So I haven't heard the original either. I just hear that part on TikTok because my daughter is a TikTok fanatic. And then, of course, the people are doing the videos to this TikTok all over the internet. So they have a whole dance and everything. So the only part I've actually heard is like the chorus. So I don't know if what the beat was like before, whatever. Right. I like the song. Once I actually heard the song, I like the remix, just not the ending. And they could have did better.
Meg, and everybody is wanting hating on Meg, talking about why did Beyonce do this song. I told her from jump, like I said, the reason I love Beyonce is she has never swayed from who she is from Houston. Of course she gonna help Meg Thee Stallion out. She's from Houston. She jumped on that motherfucking track. How the hell did Meg Thee Stallion get Beyonce? Nigga, because she from Houston. It's easy. Beyonce loves helping women. She loves helping people that is from where she's from. Yeah, she gonna jump on the thing. And everybody that hated, please stop hating on people.
Well, didn't she just sign to Rock Nation too?
I'm not sure. I think she was going back and forth about her contract. I ain't keep up.
Yeah, I think she's with Rock Nation now. So I
just feel like people should just stop hating altogether.
Why they're trying to put 2 and 2 together, and how she did this, like she literally just signed to be his husband's label.
Why is it people?
That's probably why. Hey, everybody that's tuning in, what's up?
So we're gonna actually wrap this up because we got to get into our Don't Fuck With Cats review. But we do, Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat released Say So remix. Nicki killed it. I just want to say that.
Haven't heard it.
It was released today. Also Drake, released his mixtape today. I love his mixtape. It literally sounds like the old Take Care. Take Care is one of my favorite albums by Drake. This damn album sounds like Drake. So if you ain't heard it, he just dropped it today. Go listen to it. When to Say When is like my favorite song on the track, and Chicago Freestyle. 2 and 3. Go listen to 2 and 3. They the shit. Also, if you didn't know, Tory Lanez is doing a concert, a free concert on YouTube at 7 o'clock. That means don't jump off this motherfucking live at 6:55. You heard it here, bitch. Give us some shine first. But yeah, Tory Lanez is doing a concert tonight, 7 o'clock on YouTube. It's supposed to be groundbreaking. He's supposed to have this kind of deal with YouTube that's going to change artists' lives. So we'll see what happens with that. But without further ado.
Well, before it, just real quick, I wonder if that has something to do with like the Facebook thing, because Facebook just put out this advertisement about how artists and businesses can start making money off their live streams.
Who does Facebook and YouTube own? Like, are they? No.
See, that's what I don't know. I know Facebook owns Instagram, but I don't know about YouTube. But it's just interesting how all that shit's coming out at the same time.
Yeah, I bet money Facebook on YouTube people.
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty weird how they all do shit.
Pretty soon we're gonna pull up YouTube and it's gonna say YouTube from Facebook.
That's why Twitter is the G. Twitter will always be around, never change. Simplicity is the most complex thing to do, people.
Yes. Okay, so you guys, this week, it took us a little bit to figure out what we were going to review this week. And then a couple weeks ago, my sister was like, you guys got to watch this documentary, Don't Fuck with Cats, right?
Child.
And we're like, okay, yeah, we kind of started it, but it was da-da-da-da-da. You know, it didn't seem like it was something I would be in. I said I said
from the start? Or just a title?
I had watched it, like, I had watched the preview of it where it was like...
Oh, the preview.
Like the first 5 minutes of it. When it said, like, where it was, like, flashing videos of cats on the internet. I was like, this is definitely something I'm not going to be interested in. So I clicked out of it, right? And then my sister's like, no, you got to get past, like, the first 5-10 minutes. It turns into something crazy.
Stupid crazy.
And, wow. Listen, I know every week I've came on here and I'm like, this one's taking me out, but this one is crazy.
This shit took me the fuck out. Y'all some crazy motherfuckers in the world. There's some crazy ass people in the world. You hear me? And the reason I asked you that when you said I saw it the first, I'm like, well, shit, in the first few minutes, the nigga had vacuumed some cats. So I'm like, when did you say? Like, no, that's why I was trying to clarify what you was talking about. I was like, anybody in the first 3 minutes see some cats being vacuum
I had clicked
sealed.
on it, and what I seen, I was like, nah, it doesn't seem interesting, but I was fucking wrong. There's about 4 episodes. 3 or 4 episodes. 3. There's 3 episodes. It's a docu-series. And I would say it takes place in Canada, but it kind of takes place
everywhere.
all over. So just
Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix.
Listen, if you know a cat person in real life, and you know how like loopy they fucking are, right?
Senile.
Sometimes cat people can be the most. So just imagine a cat person with the access to internet, right? And then they see one of their beloveds being tortured on the internet in front of the whole world. And apparently, I did not know this, rule 0 of the internet or in life is don't fuck with cats. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know that either. That's what she said, rule 0. So
don't, and she was serious. She was
so serious.
So, if y'all haven't seen it, it's about this fool. He tortured, his name is Luca Maglaggio. Luca Rocco Maglaggio. Jackass uses his real name everywhere too. But he tortures cats. And not only does he torture cats, it goes well beyond that shit. But it starts with a bunch of, he just does like, people start seeing a bunch of videos show up of this guy masquerading himself, and he's torturing cats. The first YouTube video they found was he put 2 kittens in a bag and he vacuum sealed them until they suffocated.
It's called One Boy and Two Kittens.
It's called One Boy, Two Kittens.
Listen, I know, look, I'm not laughing because like what happened in the video, but it just brings me back to that cup video or whatever.
I just don't know how you could sit up there and watch some shit, Like, first of all, like, people, like I said, people kill off emotion, you know, like, okay, I can kind of understand, but, like, some shit that ain't really like, I don't understand why people kill for nothing. I don't understand why people kill at all, but I don't understand why people kill for absolutely nothing. Oh, you was just in the wrong place, wrong time. Oh, you was just a random kill for me.
Yeah.
But, so, that's how I feel about the cats. How could you randomly just kill some cats? And like torture them, not kill them, like torture them, kill them.
Yeah, I mean the torturing gets like pretty intense, and we're not going to go into it on the podcast because we want you guys to go watch this Netflix documentary. It is on Netflix, and I want you guys to like leave comments on what was your most shocking part about this whole thing. To me, it was the mom. Again, I don't know what the fuck's up with these moms. I don't know what's wrong with y'all parents. With these parents, like, they're so just shocked about, like, when they find something out about their kid and they just cannot wrap their mind about.
Meanwhile, everybody that was growing up told you that motherfucker was going to be a serial killer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and some wild shit happens in this documentary, guys. It gets beyond just cat people like trolling on the internet. I'm gonna tell you that it gets intense. It goes further than
yeah, I mean,
animal torture. So you guys make sure that you guys go watch this show.
We don't want to tell the big thing that really happens, but the reason they actually went into the investigation so hard was because they tried to warn the police. You know, like, people have signs of serial killers. Of course, when you're a kid, the signs of being a serial killer, you're torturing animals. Yeah. It's a telltale sign of a psychopath. So they actually wouldn't have gone so in depth about him, but they knew he was going to elevate and nobody listened to him.
Yeah, that's the big problem is like, there's these warning signs out there, and it happens in everyday life. Like, these warning signs, red flags, whatever you want to call them, are put out there, and people choose to ignore them, even though they be like, "Oh, that doesn't seem right."
It's my baby.
Yeah, like,
your baby's a killer.
Facts.
Your baby's a killer.
Facts. Yes, for sure.
Your baby's a serial killer.
But I mean, the thing is, like, the guy Luca. At first, I was like, man, after hearing, like, his reasoning for this shit, I was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what reasoning?
About, Manny.
Oh, hell. Man, fuck that shit.
And then when I found out who Manny was, I was like, motherfucker.
Oh my God, people.
I was like, motherfucker.
The dude, if y'all, one of my favorite movies is American Psycho.
You can't tell them.
I'm not going. One of my favorite movies is American Psycho. The guy wanted just American Psycho. Think American Psycho. Think Basic Instinct. Think, what's that movie where she boiled his cat?
What?
Fatal Attraction.
Oh my gosh.
Think them type of shits.
Put them all three together.
And that's Luca.
Put them all three together.
And that's Luca.
What's really crazy about this stuff, I really think there was no other intentions except to gain attention for himself. Like, if there was a way he could have broke into the industry another way, I feel like none of this other stuff may have happened. I felt like he is very into himself, and he didn't care like who or what or he had to do to obtain this like ideal of being a celebrity or being famous.
Right. What's weird is he seemed on the outside very, very vain. And what you kind of find out about very vain people is they're very insecure on the inside. Because it's funny, when he did his acting gig, he was so nervous.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't, like, he was stupid nervous. At a time when somebody should be so vain, he had multiple profiles that he put up himself. And you think he's so vain, he's all in the mirror and everything, but you look at him, he's so timid. Like, it's crazy. It's like a persona he was living through.
Yeah, for sure. I really thought at some point in the documentary they're gonna be like, yeah, we've diagnosed him with multiple personality disorders and shit like that. No.
He just no. I'm talking about he did everything. Like, he tortured them with a python. A python?
Yes.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, and what's
tortured
crazy
them with a
is
python too.
these are YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Like
He wanted them out.
Yeah, so I don't even know if they're still available, but the
No.
video, one of the videos, like we said, was called Two Cats and one Boy and Two Kittens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the other videos were called, but yeah, he killed cats on YouTube with a python, and then like one he like taped to a broomstick
and drowned it or something.
Yeah, so he took a kitten.
Yeah.
And he drowned it.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah. All I'm saying is,
motherfucking
if you
weirdo.
haven't watched Don't Fuck with Cats
on Netflix,
and you got about
it's 3 episodes. It's so simple to watch, people.
If you got about 3 hours to spare, like go turn that on. And
if you want to see some real life Snapped or some real life Evil Lives Here,
I can't even say that it was snapped. Like I so wish they went further into like his background.
That's exactly what I was just thinking, because clearly his mama ain't all there. So I was trying to figure out, I hate when they go one-sided.
Yeah.
I want to see where he came from.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's like kind of was like one of the most shocking moments of the movie or the documentary, is because so we've already seen all these things that Luca's done. Like we've seen the YouTube videos and we've seen like the way that he moves, right through the world. And then like midway in, here comes his mom, and at first they don't say that it's his mom, and then she just gets to talking, and then she was like, not this, he's been framed. I was like, what? This is not my son. Ma'am, what?
Yo, even when they found that shit out, you know what she said? Damn those animal people. My son is so timid and so scary.
So
I was like,
mad at the
are you
people
in denial, bro?
on the internet that loved animals.
Her and my mom could be best friends.
Oh my gosh. She was like, these damn animal people, if they weren't stalking him. So you wanted your son to continue to do what he was doing.
Like, I was like, so you know he killed people, right? And she's like, like it wasn't him. Y'all, and when they carried him from the aircraft, she's like, that's just too much of a scene. What the fuck, bitch?
You didn't need to have all those police officers escort my
bitch?
son.
This nigga
your
traveled
son
everywhere.
is crazy. Okay, first of all, your son is throwed the fuck off. And I'm not even speaking of the animal cruelty in this. His whole fucking mental is not there correctly. It's just not there, y'all.
And you know a sociopath, or not a sociopath, a psychopath, because everybody that encountered him, he was just so calm. Like the dude that just killed some shit, and he's calm.
Yeah.
It's like he's just so calm and nothing was wrong. I'm like, oh wow, like, and he don't have no conscience.
Yeah.
Like, oh wow, this motherfucker.
Listen, look. We review Netflix documentaries. Right now, we're on Netflix. And so far, these last 3 weeks, every documentary has been mind-blowing.
Y'all, wow.
This week, we're on Don't Fuck with Cats. So if you have not watched Don't Fuck with Cats, go watch that shit. And then once you watch it, go follow us on Instagram at the Study Dallas After Hours, and on Facebook at the Study Dallas After Hours, so that you guys can leave us a comment on what you thought was the craziest part about this documentary.
Please, like, because this shit here, I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand. And of course we know what race it is, but I don't want to get into that. That's all I can say. That's all the fuck.
I really want to say that I kind of remember this, because when it all broke news, it was like all over the internet about
he was all over the fucking world.
Right, catching this cat killer person on the internet. Anyways, I really thought this documentary was going to be about fun-loving cat people posting their YouTube videos of their cat playing the piano. That is definitely not what Don't Fuck with Cats is.
What? Man, if you know anything about Netflix, the titles are like, you know, in a song where somebody, like, kind of like me, I'll listen to a whole song and I'll pick like one sentence out of the song, and you may think a song go this way, but when you really hear the song, it goes that way. That's how Netflix chooses their titles. They choose their titles out of one sentence, and you think what you're about to watch may be kind of something like this, and that bitch go left every single time. It go left every single time.
So
Every single time.
I've really been enjoying like reviewing these documentaries. If there's a documentary that you've watched and you feel like it deserves a review or a placement, like make sure you hit us up, the Study Dallas After Hours.
Yes. And on that note, if you guys on Sunday don't make sure y'all watch the Jordan thing.
What Jordan thing?
It's on Sunday. I have a timer for it. Don't judge me because I have to remember everything. But it's if you haven't heard of it, it's The Last Dance. They're gonna be on episode 5 and 6 on
That's
Sunday.
Right.
I'm a big, huge basketball fanatic. So watching this at a time when I was maybe like, I was like maybe 7, 6 when Jordan was playing, so I really didn't get a chance to watch him. I watched the Kobe's and the LeBron James and the Shaq, so it's really like opening my eyes to who he was, and I wish I was old enough at that time to really bask in his glory. But episodes 5 and 6 come on, and they actually are recapping them. So if you haven't watched any of them, they'll probably play episode 1 through 6. And I just like the way the coronavirus is making people be very fucking creative. Because any other time, ESPN would be running the same shit Monday through Friday. And all of these channels, y'all can say what you want about coronavirus, and I do have empathy and compassion for anybody that has had a financial struggle, dealt with depression, anything like that during this time. But I really appreciate how creative everybody has had to be, because when your back is up against the wall, that's when your creativity comes out. And it's really showed in this time how things aren't normally scheduled, so people had to get creative and come up with some of this stuff. We wouldn't have even seen this probably if the coronavirus hadn't happened. There's a lot of things we probably wouldn't have seen if this hadn't happened.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people complain about being in the house and like wanting for the outdoors to open back up, but I have really enjoyed, I don't know, quarantining with the family, you know? So, I've gotten back into my workout routine. I feel like at first, like it really hit me hard as far as being still, but if you, like you said, redirect your mind and find some kind of creativity within your space, like you can overcome and out, like you can go through anything. So I think that's it's been an experience.
I know you was dealing with a lot when it first happened, because you're so used to, you can't even sit still at like 7 or 8. You got to pick up a laptop. You got to pick up a tablet. And me, I'm just always chilling. So, or I'll work in this time. And Mimi is always on the go all the time. So this time really kind of made her, sit. And I mean, she kind of went through some things, which is understandable, but maybe, like they said, God sometimes does things to slow you down, to make you think. Yeah. He'll sometimes strip you naked of everything you think that makes you, Big just facts. To make you realize who he is and what you are not. So I think this was a good time if you weren't able to take advantage of just getting your mental health right. Like I said, I do understand for people that was stressing. Like, I get it. Like, I don't know what I would have done if I had lost my job. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have funds to carry on. So it's understandable for people that didn't have the time to get their stuff together. Yeah,
because it was just like you're right, like there was no plan to this, there was nothing. It was just like a immediate stop to the whole world. It wasn't even just like one community or one country, it was the whole world. Like but there's a reason for everything, and at this point I can say, like, I feel like I'm at a good point within this situation. But I feel like what's helped a lot with that is going on these nature walks in the morning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Meditating, making sure that I meditate, because meditating takes care of that depression throughout the day. It takes care of, checking in with myself on a mental note. So that's really how I've just like said fuck it these last 2 weeks. Like, you have to keep moving. And so and
you have to have somebody that understands you too. At a point in my life when I was going through, and I'm still going through things, I believe you need to have somebody that understands when you go through things, because there's been plenty of times I told her, thank you for this, and thank you for understanding this and thank you for understanding this. Because there are some people who they think you should be a certain way, like you should be perfect all the time. No human being is perfect all the time. So you have to like work through that. And I think that's what long-term relationships are like. Marriage is like, you have to understand that people go through things. And at that time, that is something that they need to get through. You need to understand that and kind of back off. But if you're not that type of person that wants to take a step back and wants to be like, okay, they need their time. Okay, well, I understand this. It's not going to go anywhere. Yeah. You have to have an understanding partner. If you're with somebody, you need an understanding partner. There's no way you're going to get through it without someone that's understanding. Out of 7 days, you're going to have at least one bad day out of 7 days. And if you got somebody that can't understand that you're going to have one bad day out of 7 days, you're going to have to do better for yourself.
And that's what quarantine will probably have taught a lot of couples is one, how to like relearn each other. Do you really like this person? Do you really want to be with this person? Thank God that I have somebody that, you know, we were in quarantine before quarantine happened. Yeah, as far as
introverts.
Yeah,
so.
we spent a lot of time together anyways. She's my best friend. Yeah. And without having someone like her beside me, like going through a depression, I may not have came out of it as quickly as I did.
People like to scold you for not being perfect.
Yeah.
People they don't see at a point in time if she was depressed and you know that somebody's energy may be low. They're not able to do the job functions that they used to do. You have to understand that type of shit. Yeah. But also you have to know the person you're with too.
Yeah.
So if you have to be an understanding, compassionate person. If not, at the time when you're going to struggle, and you are going to struggle, you're going to look to them for their help. And they don't know how to do it because your ass don't know how to do it. So both of y'all just sitting there judging each other and like, what the fuck?
Welcome to Corona 2020, y'all.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, we are keeping it short with y'all this week.
Yes. Our next documentary, let's announce that.
Well, Don't Fuck With Cats was not that long. We're really just glad to be here with you guys again. You go ahead and
we were getting the name. It just dropped.
It just dropped. And I was going to say it earlier, we get it. But I wanted to make sure this is the one we are going to be doing, which it is. And I'm super excited about it because I have a thing for not only like real life stories, but documentaries that have to do with the prison system and people like being wrongfully like convicted or mistreated within the system. Like, I don't know. I'm really drawn to those type of documentaries.
Yes.
So the next documentary that we're going to watch, which I need you guys to watch before we come to record.
Her. You know her.
Everyone knows Cynthia Brown, but do you know her story? Murder to Mercy is what we're going to review next.
Yes.
So
just got released.
Sure, you guys go watch it.
It's just a documentary. It's an hour and a half long. And it's the documentary, not a docuseries, an hour and a half long. Go watch it. Everybody's seen the story. It's really, really fresh in the media. Yeah. We know it's really, really fresh in the media.
So for those who don't know what it is, short little brief thing. After 16-year-old Cynthia Brown is sentenced to life in prison, questions about her past psychology. I don't know why I get stuck on those PhD words. Psychology and the law itself call her guilt into question. So this is the girl that Kim Kardashian helped get out of prison after being in prison for 16 years for murder.
Yeah, so make sure y'all go watch that. We're definitely
Cynthia Brown.
Cynthia Brown. Gonna review that next week.
Yeah, Cynthia Brown, y'all. And once again, it's called Murder to Mercy. Watch it. It's been another one with y'all guys. Make sure you guys keep tuning in to the Study Dallas After Hours. Make sure you guys follow us on the Study Dallas After Hours on Facebook and Instagram. Just put the little @ in front of our name and both of them will pop up on both platforms. It's your girl, Mimi.
It's Brittany.
And we're out of here.